It has to be a community effort. I have 15 great employees that do a wonderful job and they work very hard, but if the community doesn't support us, we're not going to be successful. Every county or city is required to have an intake shelter that they either run or they contract someone else to take their animals. We are the county intake shelter for Pittsylvania County. Animal control, while we work closely with them, they're a separate unit, but their office is in our building. And then the SPCA of Pittsylvania County is a local rescue that's also trying to help animals and rehome animals as much as possible. And we work closely with them because our goals are the same. Sometimes they help me with transferring animals and transporting. Sometimes they bring a situation to me where we can help, and we do our best to help everyone that comes to us.
You are, to clarify, you're the new building out on 29 in,
yes.
What you call that, Blair's, or is that?
Chatham.
Chatham. And it's the old Piedmont Chevrolet that they remodeled, and it's a beautiful building. If anybody has not been there, you should go see it. It's really impressive. I think it's a great asset to the county. Yep.
We were very lucky that we have an amazing shelter. We've got a great staff. The challenge that we face, similar to Danville Humane Society within the city of Danville, is a high volume of animals that are lost, come in as strays, or they're surrendered by their owners. And the challenging part is finding them homes fast enough to make room for the new ones that are coming in every day. For us, a big part of that is transfers. We work with rescues and shelters across Virginia, as far north up into New Jersey, and as far west as Hannaford, California. So far this year, we've transferred about 310 animals. We do a lot of work with places like Fredericksburg, Charlottesville, Richmond, a few of the shelters up in Hampton Roads, where there is a bigger market for people that are looking to adopt. A lot of these shelters are able to place animals a lot quicker, and in some cases their intakes are not as high as ours. Believe it or not, I came from the Portsmouth Humane Society. City of Portsmouth has about 95,000 people versus 62,000 here in Pittsylvania County, and we actually get more animals in at our shelter now than we did as the intake shelter in the city of Portsmouth. So less people, but more animals coming in. A big part of that is people not spaying and neutering, and having unwanted or surprise litters. And I can't stress enough, I know the Humane Society offers a great voucher program for spay-neuter. We are also very close to getting something up and running to help people, and there are several clinics that are ready to help you if you're trying to do the right thing and get your animals spayed, neutered, and make sure they're vaccinated. That would cut down tremendously over the next year going forward if everyone was to get their animals spayed and neutered. You can go to your average shelter. I can tell you at the pet center, your average large breed dog is going to cost you $75 and a $5 microchip fee, and that's with your lifetime registration. And that's all of that done for you. You cannot get that deal if you were to get a free dog and go to a local clinic. You can't get all of that for that price. And I see people spending thousands of dollars.
That's a good point. He's absolutely correct in saying, you know, it's the best deal around that you're going to find, because it's actually what you pay for the adoption fee is less than what you have in it, because you're subsidizing that. Yes. You're trying to save these animals, and you're adding a subsidy to do the I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it would be hundreds of dollars probably for all that stuff if you just got a puppy and brought him in here and paid full price for it.
you know, you really are getting a good deal. And that's why you see so many shelters trying to do fundraising all the time, because shelters lose money on adoptions as a rule. No shelter is going to be successful if the community does not get involved and do their part. And their part can be as simple as making sure you know where your pet is and that they're well taken care of, preventatives, vaccines. And you can also take it a step further where you're watching out for other people, maybe giving them some of the resources that you've heard about so they can do the right thing. Maybe you want to come and volunteer or foster for your local shelter. And of course, people that are willing to donate, whether it's time, coming in and doing things to help us, or donating goods, in some cases donating money. Those are all things that help us succeed and help us save more animals. It has to be a community effort. I have 15 great employees that do a wonderful job and they work very hard, but if the community doesn't support us, we're not going to be successful.
Mm-hmm. So what are the big things people can do to help you?
They can come in and work with some of our staff with helping with walks for the dogs, helping to socialize the cats. We could use some help with some of the cleaning. We go through a lot of laundry because we take donated linen, whether it's old towels, sheets, blankets. That is a way people can help. If you're cleaning out your linen closet and you're thinking about throwing it away because it's old, tattered, or stained, as long as it's clean, the animals don't care what it looks like. We can use it, and we try to wash as much of it as possible and reuse it. We also have events going on, whether it's an adoption event, a fundraising event, and we can always use the extra help with things like that. You name it. If you tell us, hey, I'm a photographer for a living, we can find a job for you because we need, you know, the more photos we have of our adoptable animals that we're putting out there, the better chance they have to get adopted. So whatever your niche is, we can probably find a way that it's going to be able to help the shelter. Mm-hmm. Foster families. Fostering saves lives, plain and simple. I don't care what shelter you're in, shelters, especially this time of the year, tend to get full. And yes, we have a wish list that we typically put out on our Facebook feed on Wednesdays with some of the most common things like bleach, laundry soap, wet dog food and cat food. But there are lots of things. The old expression, if you can't adopt, foster. If you can't foster, volunteer. If you can't volunteer, donate. I truly believe that it doesn't matter what your economic status is. You might have a lot of money, you might have very little money. There are lots of ways that you can help the shelter, and we are open to anyone that wants to be a part of what we're trying to do. I just want to remind people, if you've been thinking about adopting, we have a little bit of everything at our shelter. Please come in and see us. We're open. Mondays are the only day of the week that we're closed. We're typically open 12 to 5. Wednesdays and Fridays we're open until 6. And we've got so many great animals that are looking for a forever home. If you're interested in fostering, donating, volunteering, please stop by and see us, and we'll be happy to get you all the information and get you started. And thank you for all of you that have made this first 6 months so great, and all the support that we have gotten from the local community.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's a good way to sign off. Thanks a lot, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Right.